asking the right people for advice. Today we look at finding the right people to ask for help, whether or not they're inside your circle or outside. Continuing through this story of figuring out who to ask for help, why you should be asking people for help, and when to be asking, we analyzed the finding the right kind of people, the right types of people to ask for help in last video. If you missed it, I'll link it below. If this is your first time here, my name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. So check out the video below, and if you like this video, hit the subscribe button so you can get that daily motivation we all need. Asking for that help, finding that right person to ask for help takes time. It's part of you finding your solution. Getting advice is something that you really need to analyze on the who is giving the advice. We can't just get anybody to give us advice. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be asking the same people that regularly give you advice. What I'm saying is, for specific things, you need to be able to figure out, is this person the right person to give me this advice? The idea here is very clear. When we're looking at the personality types, the character somebody has, the experience they've had with what you're asking them to give you advice for, well, they can all be skewed. In yesterday's video, we talked about the idea behind all these things, including whether somebody is, highly, skewed to the negative or to the positive. We all go back to that line I used in the last video. We always have that one person we go to that will tell us what we want to hear, and then we go to the other person that will tell us what we need to hear. The idea here is to have go-to people that will be able to address situations in the different areas of our life when we need it. When we're looking at the people that we do go to, there's always an emotional investment that is involved in this whole transaction. We have to address who we're asking and really analyze all those topics, including what kind of an emotional investment they have within this relationship. The idea really stems from the fact that any relationship, whether it's a collaboration, friendships, a relationship with a significant other, a colleague, or a mentor, a coach, they're all invested some way, and an emotional value is attached. Coupled with the knowledge and understanding of who we're looking to get the advice from, we can paint a good picture if this is really the person we should be getting help from, if their advice is really what we need. And it just so happened Peter McKinnon just put a video up with Gary Vee today on his 2-Minute Tuesdays. If you don't watch these guys, you should. Awesome, amazing content, where they talked about the subconscious bias that people have when they're giving advice. The whole thing was about advice when Peter McKinnon was debating to get into YouTube. Lo and behold, right now at this time of this video, he's got 2 million views. And I went into it in yesterday's video a little bit. It's a whole video in itself, because bias in any form of advice kills the opportunity that exists for you to see what options you do have, what opportunities you have from those options, and what really is best for you. When we're looking at how people react, their experience are coupled with their knowledge, and that emotional attachment that exists on that relationship will affect what they tell you as advice. It's very hard to be subjective and look at all the options and then be like, this is the best option, this is your worst option, this is what you're gonna get with any of these options. It's your choice. The best example is relationships, and when people are going through bad phases and they're wondering, what should I do? The experience and the knowledge on relationships that people have had, along with that emotion that they have for the person that they're giving advice, will bring forth biased advice, where you find people doing stuff that you never thought they would be doing, all because that person was able to address a situation in a biased way when somebody was super emotional. We've all been there. If you're sitting here watching this and going, yeah, that was me, we've all been there. I've done it many times with different things, including, my investments in stocks and this and that, my businesses and what direction to go, friendships and relationships. And as mistakes were made, I realized, well, am I going to the right people for this advice? Should my parents be the ones giving me advice on my future when they're not in that field? Or should I be getting advice from people that are in that field, who have experienced 20 plus years and know where the future of that field is going to be? So when we're looking at this person that we have to find, having several people to go to for these situations that arise in our lives, it's a great thing to have a multitude of them that you can trust in the different areas in our lives that we always talk about. Because at the end of the day, you need to have those people in your life that you can trust and you know that they want the best interest for you. Not so that you can give up just because they gave up, or they see it too hard, or they think it's too hard for you, or maybe they just don't want you to be better than them, and even though they care about you, it's a subconscious thing. There's an old saying, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. I'm not sure if it was Greek, but my dad always said it. And he wholeheartedly believed that the people around you make you or break you. One of the best advice that he ever gave, because it taught me to go find the right people to have in my life that will be there to help me when I'm making decisions that are critical to the success of my life. That direction that I'm heading in, that mission and purpose that I see for myself, it needs not only strong support, but it needs the winners that are gonna be there to push you when you need to be pushed the most. This is Nico's RentlessMentorsApproach.com. If you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit like, and of course, share this with anybody that you think would find value, and then leave a comment to tell them why.
Snow here.